Standing on the corner with a dollar in my hand, just a standing here waiting for the crawdad man. You're my honey, you're my babe, bye. So I'm riding on a crawfish when a camel walks by, honey. Well, I'm riding on a crawfish when a camel walks by, you're my babe. Well, I'm riding on a crawfish when a camel walks by. Well, I guess it must be Mardi Gras time. You're my honey, you're my baby, mine. You get a line and I get a pole, honey.
My name is Rosie Daggett. I'm a senior conservation biologist at the Resource Conservation District of the Santa Monica Mountains, and I've been studying the fishes and frogs and other critters of Topanga Creek since 1989. And in the recent past, like in the last 10 years, we've had the first introduced non-native species in Topanga Creek, and it's the red swamp crayfish from Louisiana. And it causes all kinds of problems in the creek. And so we've got watershed steward interns, Lizzie and Crystal. They're running an experiment to see how crayfish affect water quality and the growth of our native fishes.
So with the crayfish, we worry that with a lot of crayfish moving around, it increases the turbidity of the water, which actually decreases the clarity and makes it harder for steelhead trout to catch bugs. They also eat the same bugs, so they could be affecting their food source.
The crayfish have really expanded their population. And one of the other things that we're doing today is when the kids catch the crayfish, they are measuring their length and they're determining their sex and whether or not the females have eggs. Because one of the other things that we think is happening is that in this area, these crayfish are able to reproduce twice a year, not just once a year. And that could explain why we're getting such a boom in the population.
So just now we have removed a little crayfish, and I'm going to show you what sort of data we're going to collect from this little guy. So the first thing we want to look at is we want to determine whether this is a male or a female. And this is a little small one, so I might need a little help from Rosie here, but we look for an extra pair of pinchers just below their legs. If they are present, then it's a male, and they're used during mating to sort of grab onto the female. I don't see them on this one. So what does that make it? So this is a female. We also ask if there are eggs present, which they would be right here on the tail, and there are none there.
But one of the important things to know is that you just can't come down and pick crayfish out of the creek. You have to come with somebody and be supervised, because National Marine Fisheries is very concerned. Topanga Creek is legally closed to fishing, and so it's not allowed to just come down and do this. They've given us a special permission to run this research project, and if it works and we can prove to them that we can do this safely, then we can maybe expand this effort and really try to get the crayfish out of here. But what we really need is rain, because if the rain comes, the crayfish can't handle it, and they get swept out to sea, and that will totally help us out.
Everybody all together has caught 5.